And that's our example of yin and yang.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you are... Wait, which one's the good one? Which one's the bad one?
I don't know.
There's black and there's white. Well,
Crazy.
You're obviously black.
Obviously.
Yeah. And I'm very white.
Well. Ginger. So...
Mm-hmm.
I'm Blake.
And I'm Ian.
And this is Awk Awe.
A podcast.
It is. It's what it is.
How are you today?
I am okay. I'm all right. I been past couple of days. I spent all last week getting like 3-ish hours of sleep a night. Wasn't great. So we went ahead and lost another hour through that time change.
Which I wasn't prepared for.
No. Yeah, you weren't. You thought it was the following week.
Yeah.
And I took that opportunity to say, you know what? I'm losing so much time. I'm just going to sleep it all out, man. And so...
and it was a great day to do so. It was so rainy that day.
Yeah, I was good.
I'm jealous of you.
Yeah, it was nice. Now I feel better. I feel more myself. Last week when we recorded the episode that went up today, I was dead. I'm surprised that I was mentally functioning through that episode because I woke up late.
Mm-hmm. I recall.
I was running off of like barely any sleep. Gotta get over to record the podcast. It was a lot.
No, I really thought you were mad at me that day too.
You just why?
I don't know. I had everything set up, and I was like, "Okay, we're ready to go." I didn't hear from you, and I was like, "Did I do something wrong? Is he mad at me? Are we just not doing this podcast anymore?"
He just quit, just like that. That's crazy.
With no word.
Oh my god.
Well,
Let's talk about it.
My daylight savings time jump forward was not filled with sleep.
No.
Michaela and I, as well as Sebastian, decided to drive an hour and a half away, more toward the Alabama side.
Okay.
To FDR State Park.
Yeah.
Get some pictures. Do a little hike.
Right, yeah.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Raining all day. No matter where you went.
That does kind of suck.
Yeah. When I looked at the weather app, it said it was set to stop right when we got there.
Okay.
And that was determined to be a lie.
Yeah. Can't trust any weather app. I don't trust... we already went over the fact that I don't trust the news anyways. But I don't trust...
Did we?
Well, sort of. Because last week we had positive news, and I briefly mentioned how it's always filled with negative news. It's all fear-mongering. It doesn't matter what channel you flip to. It doesn't matter if you're a fan of Fox or if you're a fan of CNN or MSNBC. It does not matter. They're going to be throwing up negativity.
Always.
Because that's what people tune into. We're doing it to ourselves. Whatever. I'm not going to go on that rant. But the media controls us. And for that reason, I'm not going to let it control my day either. Look at the weather, see what the weather's supposed to be. Nah, I'm over that.
Don't
I'm
even
done
believe
with it.
the weather.
Don't believe it.
The weather is a lie. It's not real.
If it tells me that it might start raining, cool. I'm still not going to bring an umbrella. I'll just dance in the rain, bro. Because that's what you do.
Like an old R&B video.
Yeah. Kick a couple of puddles. Yeah. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
You get it.
Just like that.
Right, just like that. Exactly like that. Because I also move like a white guy.
Thanks.
But I would still imagine, because I know she was like trying to get shots to like build her portfolio and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Was she still able to get cool stuff at least?
Yeah, she did.
Because like rainy shots and like, I just imagine like droplets off leaves and like there's so many options when it's raining.
Yeah,
just for artistic approaches.
Yeah, she kind of likes that like haunting feel too, like
yeah,
a little fog in the background.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
She got some good ones.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm
It wasn't a completely wasted trip, and we found a nice pizza spot too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It's a Fox Den Pizza in Pine Mountain, Georgia.
Fox
Highly recommend.
Den Pizza. Okay. Any of you guys been there? I haven't.
It's kind of like Cece's.
Really?
Yeah, they
So
got a
it's
little
like
buffet
style.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dope.
Oh, that's pretty sick. I love a good pizza buffet. Mostly because I love any buffet. Because I'm a big bag. And that's just how life goes.
Mm-hmm.
But not so much like a Golden Corral buffet though. I used to like that when I was a little younger.
Yeah. Now I mess with you.
Now it just seems like everybody in there is gross.
Yeah.
But if it's a well done buffet, for sure, that's fun.
I've heard some things about the ice cream machines too.
What, like they don't clean them or something? Mm. No, I could see that. Yeah, I don't even have to question that. I believe it. It's just immediate.
And that used to be my favorite part too.
Just being able to get ice cream. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd toss a couple of gummy bears on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's ruined.
No, it's gross. Well, today,
support small business. Fuck Golden Corral.
Oh yeah, for sure. Always support small businesses. They will almost always treat you right. You know, there's a few out there who are ungrateful that they have a business that people are actually coming to. So fuck them. But you don't know until you go.
Yeah.
And then you know not to go back. So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So today we've got some advice to give a couple of people. We've got a few things. That's today. It's finally today. If you guys watched our most recent video, we figured out how to get the voicemails inside of the video.
This is our most recent video.
Well,
to them.
Yeah, they're watching this one though.
Yeah.
So the most recent, you know, I get what you're saying.
I said something smart.
It's the glasses, I think. It's the glasses. They make him a genius.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, finally it's today. We figured out getting the voicemails inside the video. That was a success. And, yeah. So now we're moving forward with that.
I am so nervous.
Yeah. Well, before we get into it, I'm going to give another disclaimer. We gave one weeks ago. But another disclaimer is whatever you guys are asking for advice, we haven't listened to them yet. We're listening to them live here, so you get the full experience. Mm-hmm. Whatever advice we are about to give, I refuse to be held responsible for it. So, please, take our advice lightly.
With the smallest grain of salt.
The smallest grain of salt. Because one, you may not agree with how we would do it at all, whatever the advice is, and that's fine. That's us. That's how we would do it. You don't have to do it the way we would do it. We're just giving you a different perspective. But also, I don't think we're going to advise that you do anything too crazy, so I'm sure it'll be okay.
No promises, though.
But I'm going to give you know how South Park always advises that nobody should watch their show, and that's kind of just like what it is. I'm going to advise that you take none of our advice, and so if you do, it's on you. Cool.
Yeah.
That's where we're at with that.
You ready?
I think so.
All right.
All right.
Are y'all ready?
Brr?
They ain't ready.
They ain't ready.
They ain't ready for this.
No. Not this. All right, so is there anything you had before we get into these?
No.
Okay, cool. First one up. And where's that? Play.
Top of the morning to you, lads. This is your Irish neighbour. And I need advice on how to play the field with the ladies coming from two married men such as yourselves. Any advice would be plentiful and greatly appreciated. And as always, cheers to you boys. I love the show. Talk to you later.
I always appreciate the Irishman.
Yeah, I I appreciate that he enjoys the show.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it makes me feel nice and bubbly inside.
And okay, so from the perspective of two married men, how to play the field with the ladies.
Well, that
Probably not the best people to ask. We're already married.
I'm just probably talking about from
like
beforehand.
how we got to
the
be
lady. Yeah.
married.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, good point.
Let's see.
Well,
Well, I'm quite awkward.
yeah, that works for some.
It does. It's
Yeah.
part of the charm.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what? Just be as awkward as possible. If that's who you are, be yourself.
Yeah, ultimately,
don't-
be you.
Yeah. You don't have to just be like all stiff and trying to be somebody else. Like, hey, what's up, baby? I'm on that ass. No, don't do that. Just
Definitely don't do that. Whatever that was, don't do that.
yeah.
Don't do that.
No. I feel like growing up, you were a lot more suave with me than me with the ladies.
I was suave with you.
No, no, God, fuck.
I mean, okay, so like I think the biggest thing is to be yourself.
Absolutely.
That's what everybody's trying to be like, and I've heard some crazy things recently, so I'm going to go off on a bit of a tangent. I do apologize, but like I was watching a documentary recently, and I'm not going to talk about which one, but we'll say that it was a pretty crazy one. It's always true crime when I'm watching a documentary, but there's a guy who wants to be with a girl. Now, at the time, she's got probably like 5 suitors, I believe. So they're all trying to be with her, trying to impress her, whatever. She's talking to like 5 different guys at a time. And that's another thing to take into account, is that the ladies hold all the power. They could run at any minute to any other dude that interests them, and that's just the way it is. You could do the same, but if you're trying to get into a serious relationship, like, just take it with a grain of salt if you guys aren't exclusive yet, right? So that's what this guy did. He wasn't worried about the fact that she's talking to 5 other guys or whatever the case may be. She's just finding out what's going to work best for her. Kind of crazy, not gonna lie, because apparently in her closet she had this entire chart of like how much they fit certain attributes, whether they're a certain height taller than her, whether they're funny, whether they're very religious and close to God, whether they're this or that or strong or whatever. Like, she had an entire chart. So I thought that was kind of insane. I'm not gonna lie.
She was really playing the field.
Oh, she was really playing it. And she had each of the guys' names and how much they matched each of her criteria. So the guy is over there one day, and he sees this chart.
And he thinks she's killed all these guys.
No.
Okay.
It's not that crazy. Not yet. Anyways, no. So he basically, he wanted to be with this girl. He was kind of a nerdier dude, not as very suave with the ladies, and he didn't know how to be himself. That was the big problem here. So he took notes on everything that she was looking for in a dude, studied them, in his words, harder than he studied for anything in school.
So this is like a little circle going on.
So he took everything that she wants in a guy and just became that. So yeah, they ended up married because he met all of her criteria. Were they the greatest match? I don't know. Maybe.
If he wasn't being himself, I don't know how that's going to...
In the long run,
sustain itself.
It's not going to sustain itself. And, it imploded eventually. But we're not talking about the documentary. This is just for this moment. So be yourself, because in the long run, things like that just don't work. Don't try to map yourself out to what the person you're pursuing wants their partner to be. And if you don't match that criteria, right off rip, it's just not for you. On to the next. There's a million people out there. The other advice I would give I never have in my life used a dating app. Plenty of people do. Plenty of people have.
Have you at least got on there just to see what was going on?
Nope.
Never?
No, mostly because like during the time that dating apps were becoming a thing, I was like in a relationship, and then I'd be out of a relationship.
You'd be staying in a relationship.
And then I would be in another relationship.
Yeah.
So I have always found myself in relationships. I never stayed single long. So I was never single long enough to get into the dating app world. So I've never downloaded a dating app. I've never done any of that. I've had plenty of friends who did. And if you're just looking to hook up with somebody, it seems like that's the move because that's what people use it for. Could you find somebody on there? Maybe. Seems more likely that it's just for hooking up, though.
There's this girl in my family that married the guy she met on Tinder.
All right. See, it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
I know majority of the people, almost everybody that I know that has used them for hooking up.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that either. If you're just looking for a fling, go for it. If you think that fling could turn into more, hey, hopefully it does. But ultimately, I think just being yourself and putting yourself in situations that allows you to meet new people is the best thing you can do for yourself.
And a bar, Mr. Irishman, is not always the best setting.
No, bars are not the best setting because you're not going to see people for who they really are. You're going to see people for who they are when they're drunk, which is not a bad thing to know about a person either. But you can't base a whole lot off of that.
Yeah.
So I would say, but I mean, there's so many things in the world that you can attend. There's so many events that go on. I think meeting people in person is still like the best thing you can do for yourself. And, span outside of your normal go-tos. Don't date people at work. Don't date people at your local grocery store or something. I don't know. Like, go to actual like events out on the town, meet new people. Hopefully they're single. Just have a good time. See where it leads. And if,
No, I'll let you finish.
Oh, I was just going to say, and if you're just looking to play the field, like, go do that.
Yeah.
Whatever. Eventually, what's meant to find you will find you.
And don't be afraid of rejection either. Because I'm sure, hopefully, you've already realized in our adult lives, not everybody's for you.
Yes.
If you want to make your move, they say no. You're like,
That's
that's fine, my bonny Irish lass. Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, not everybody's for you.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you will find the one, and when you do, you'll know it.
Right.
There's going to be that electricity between you.
Yeah.
It's going to, not electricity,
It's
the
different.
magnetism. You're
Yeah.
going to feel that pull.
Yeah.
And don't be weird when you feel it.
Or do.
Or do.
Be you.
Yeah, true.
Because if you weird out and they don't like it, they don't deserve you. They should be able to accept you at your weirdest.
Yeah, they'll most likely have a little bit of weirdness in them themselves.
And I think the last bit of advice I would give is to make sure that you're in a place to be in a relationship, like a place in life to be in one. Because sometimes you're just not ready. Sometimes you're not emotionally all there. If you really want to find a relationship, you've got to be able to give yourself wholeheartedly to the other person. And, hopefully it all works out for the best.
And there's also some of those situations where they want to build with you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not saying that you should be at a place in life where you've got it all figured out. Just emotionally, I think, is really where it should be.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying you've got to already have the house with the picket fence and all this lined up and then find whoever you want to be with. Like, where you're at in life is neither here nor there. People will build with you. But emotionally, some people aren't ready. And I don't know if you are or aren't. That's just something that you have to look within yourself and know for sure. And if you feel that you are, fantastic. Go for it. So what you're going to do is the next prettiest person. I honestly don't know if you like men or women. So whatever you're into, right? Because this goes for everybody. You walk up to the next good-looking person and you say, "Hey, are those space pants? Because that ass is out of this world." And then you just see where that lands. And I think you'll get them every single time. Yes.
You'll get them somewhere.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it might be on the ground because they like hit you so hard. I don't know, but it's a good start.
Johnny Bravo.
And then another good one is how much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice. So,
or are you a beaver? 'Cause damn.
Ooh, fire.
Yeah.
Fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I hope we helped.
Yeah.
And when you find that one, go ahead and give your mama a cookie.
Yeah. Why? Oh, just because.
You just go give her a cookie and say, "Mama, I found the one."
Is that a thing? Or you're just living life, giving cookies out?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That's the new way to.
You heard it here first, folks.
The new tradition.
That's it.
Give your
Start
mama
it
a
here.
cookie.
Give your mama a cookie.
If your mama dead, go to the cemetery or wherever she is and throw the cookie over there.
Just leave it at the stone.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Horrible.
Crazy. All right. Fantastic. So hopefully you enjoy that advice. Hopefully it does a lot of good for you. And if you used any of this and it does work for you, call back in. Let us know. All right. On to the next. Ready?
Yeah.
Hi. So I would say that the advice I need is I'm pretty sure my boyfriend's family doesn't necessarily like me. We have been together for going on 3 years. Specifically, his sister has been saying certain things about our choices. In particular, they don't like that I do not have a job currently, but me and said boyfriend have had multiple very long conversations on the ability for me not to have a job. He is supporting me. We're obviously planning on getting married and then buying a house, so I won't just, and I wouldn't say that I'm a leech, but the way they talk about me is like I'm a leech. So what should I do? What's your advice for me?
Okay. So my first instinct here is fuck them. So,
and I hope that your boyfriend is standing up to you, for you in these conversations.
Yes. First and foremost, your boyfriend should be shutting all of this down because it's his life to live. And if he chooses to take care of you, what's wrong with that? I don't see any problem with it. If anybody, especially in this economy, is able to take care of their significant other and be a sole provider, more power to you, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's not easy out there. So if you can, why not? For a good while, my wife and I did things this way so that she could work on many things that she wanted to work on. And nobody ever said anything that there was an issue. So I find it very weird that they care so much about how you guys are living your lives. Mm-hmm. That's insane. If you want to work. If you don't. If he's able to provide everything, then there should be no issue. I would assume that you guys have been together long enough to have made this decision. Doesn't sound like you made it lightly. Sounds like you guys have thoroughly discussed your capability of surviving this way. Now, if it reached a point that he were struggling and could no longer be a sole provider, I feel like by the sounds of it, you would step up and you would do what you need to do as well.
Yeah.
And that's cool. That's good. Like, as long as you guys are always open and honest with each other, everybody else doesn't matter. Obviously, we want to care about what somebody's family thinks of us. You know what I mean? We do. But at the end of the day, you really can't. Like,
when it's you and them, it's you and them. Y'all are
Right.
one. All this side chatter don't matter, honestly.
that side chatter don't matter. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pat myself on the back on that one.
Yep.
But my cousin actually had, I wouldn't say completely similar relationship because her boyfriend's family at the time was doing the same thing. Just constantly tearing her down, throwing all this shadiness at her from all sides. And he didn't stand up for her. So that didn't last long.
Gotcha. And it won't. If he doesn't stick up for you, things wouldn't last. And it sounds like you guys got a good thing going. I want you guys to last. So hopefully, like I said, this is all speculation because it wasn't mentioned, but hopefully he's standing up for you here and telling them to shut the fuck up and to mind their own fucking business. And it's y'all's lives, man. Who cares what y'all are doing or how you're doing it? And I don't know, man. It just doesn't make sense to me.
I just feel like even if you don't have a job, I feel like you're probably contributing to the relationship in some way.
Exactly, right. Like, you're probably doing something else in the relationship that you both have value in. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So,
I mean, y'all have been together 3 or 4 years. There's got to be something you're doing right.
So I think that the only time that I would say they could stick their nose in it is if for some reason, sounds weird to say, but if for some reason you guys were constantly going to the sister and borrowing money, then she questions why you're not working. Sure. But that's because it's involving her. You know what I mean? And that's clearly not what's happening here. He's taking care of you guys. You guys are good. You're living a good life. You're having fun. Who fucking cares what she thinks?
Yeah.
That's really all I can say about it. If she has no involvement in your lives specifically, especially financially, fuck her opinion.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
And this is probably a hot take right here because it's his family.
Yes.
But
Sure.
if you're able,
Right.
if you have the means, and he's not happy with how his family's treating you either, just move away. Move far away. Get away from them.
Right.
That way, their input is not constantly in your ear. Y'all have a little bit of space just for y'all to build y'all's lives together.
Yep.
And
Yeah, just focus on yourselves.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, what everyone else has going on or thinks of you or talks behind your back or whatever, trust me, I have dealt with it and then some. And those opinions don't matter.
side chatter don't matter.
Side chatter don't matter. Your life is exactly the same no matter what they're saying about you, because that's all they're doing is just talking. Your life is the same. So whether you know about it or don't know about it, nothing changes except for the way that it makes you feel. So if you have to, distance yourself. It's also understandable that he may not distance himself from his family and stuff like that, but he should be sticking up for you. That's really all I've got to say. As long as he's sticking up for you, he's doing right by you. Honestly, the rest of it just falls into sometimes you just can't please everybody, and they're going to talk anyways, so fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I got on that.
I think I agree.
Fantastic. All right, so on to the next.
On to the next. On to the next.
Okay. So this person said they have 2 things.
Okay, so 2 things. The first one is I date a gamer, and I don't care about the game. I'm not one of those girls that's like, oh, you need to get off the game. But my boyfriend does game for like 14, 15 hours at a time. Like, he'll dip out of plans early because he's tired, air quotes, but then I come home and he's on the game. So it's like, in this situation, what do I do? Do I beat him? Do I join him? Which I have my own games, but like, I've already said something multiple times about how much he's on the game and he's losing so many friendships because he just won't get off the game. So in this situation, what do I do? How do I approach this? How do I say, hey, look, like, you know, there's a world outside of the screen and people love you and miss you and like, we want you out here more. So yeah. And he's been gaming since he was 2. So like, this is what he does, and I'm not trying to change him or take it away from him. I just need advice on how to like help him prioritize certain things over certain things, because I don't know how to handle the situation or confront the situation without sounding like, hey, I don't want you to do the things that you love doing, because it's not that. Second thing, same boyfriend, but he has an ex-girlfriend who also games, and I try to be this girl's friend, but she just said some really weird shit to me, and after that, I'm just like, I'm a girl's girl, like, I really can't fuck with the weird vibe, like, I can't fuck with girls who get enjoyment out of hurting other girls. It's just weird to me. So she stays watching my stuff, she watches my stories, she likes my posts, but only the posts that I tagged him in. So do I, like, message her, or do I just, like, block her on everything on both accounts? Because I don't know, maybe she's not being weird, but I just kind of feel like if you're not going to like a selfie, but you're going to like a picture of me and him, you're fucking weird. You're being weird. And she stays watching. So in that situation, am I just a crazy girlfriend, or is it weird? So, anyways, you can pick from one of those, or you can help me with both. But yes, any advice would be wonderful. Thank you.
Let's start with the first one.
All right, so we're going to help you with both. Yes, starting with the first one. So,
is he a streamer? I'm curious about that.
That was going to be my first question too. Yeah, so if he streams and makes some type of income this way, then I completely understand the 14, 15 hours.
Yeah. That's the only way I could understand that, honestly.
But this is a very risk versus reward kind of thing. You're risking all of your relationships and all of your free time to play video games. I also enjoy video games. I play them every night. Mm-hmm. My wife and I play them together. So it's a good time. Occasionally Ian jumps in, his wife jumps in, like we all play together. Like, it is totally fine to play video games. That's no problem.
But in moderation.
14 to 15 hours is wild.
That's like go to sleep, wake up, game, go to sleep.
Right.
Endless cycle.
Does he work, or like, I don't know.
Is this stuff he does in his off day? Like I said, first question is this his income?
If this is his income, I totally get it. You got to put in the hours to make streaming work for you, and I understand. Yeah. But it is a little odd that you guys will go out and then he'll claim to be tired and then come home and game. Because honestly, if I'm tired, even if I want to game, I will fall asleep on the game. I've done it many times. Mm-hmm. My wife loves taking pictures of me falling asleep on the game. So,
curious to see what those look like.
I'll have her give me a good one, and I'll put it here for you guys. It's nice. Gonna be quite a. I don't want to share that, but I'll do it.
Don't poke the bear.
I'll do it for you guys. But no, it's crazy to me because it just seems like he's making an excuse to get out of an event so that he can go home and game. Sounds like a bit of a video game addiction. That's not good. And it is just it's a little odd. Like, it's good on you for trying to, like, join in and play on yours, and you guys, you know, play together a little bit, take in similar interests. That's what it's all about. But
it almost sounds like a intervention is necessary. Like,
yeah.
Not just her sitting down talking with
yeah,
him.
more people than just that. I mean, play this in front of him if you want to as well. We'll join the intervention. You can just put us in the corner, hit play. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I can't wrap my mind around so many hours in the day being lost to video games. I've done it on my off day. I'll go on a binge of video games on my off day.
Yeah.
But this sounds like a very consistent thing, and that's a lot, man. It's not good. It's not healthy. And unless this is his income, it's literally the only excuse I'll give it. If this is his income, cool, I understand. Probably figure out a way to manage and balance a little bit better.
Yeah.
But if this is not his income, that's too much gaming, dude.
Yeah.
And I understand, he's been gaming since he was 2, whatever. So have a lot of people.
That's where it stems from.
But that's an addiction, bro. Like, I'm not going to give that as an excuse to anybody. Like, you've been playing since you were a kid. Yeah, get a few hours in a day. Who cares? A couple hours here or there never hurt anybody, but that's a lot of hours.
And it sounds like one of those situations where, and I could be wrong, but like the parent lets the screen babysit the kid.
And I mean, it could have been. We don't know how old they were. There might not have been any screens to babysit. He could have just been playing Pong. Who knows? But you know, it's just a little. Psh, 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 psh.
Yeah, that's where he found
No
his passion.
telling.
And probably messed with his social life a little bit growing up. I don't know. Speculation.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like something needs to happen. That's too much gaming. Like you said, you're not trying to change him, and that seems very apparent. You're not telling him to give up video games. You're trying to include yourself in the video games. It's just too many video games, and you guys have a life to live. You guys have things to do, and he's making excuses to get out of them so that he can play more video games, and that's a problem, honestly. If you care about him a lot, if you love him, I don't know what level you guys are at in your relationship, but I would do something. I would definitely do something. Get a few friends together to say all the same thing. When you hear it from more than one person, it starts to click a little bit easier. Mm-hmm. It's very easy for guys to write off the girlfriend and say, oh, you're just trying to change me. Oh, you don't accept me for who I am. Oh, you're just nagging. It's very easy to do all of these excuses. Yeah. But when you start putting the same thing from every single person that you know, it gets a little harder to excuse. Like, you're just like, oh, okay, I'm the problem. So, yeah, that's all I have for that one.
Just an intervention.
Yeah, dude needs some kind of intervention. Unless he's making money. If he's making money, let the man make some money. And hopefully, you know, drop it and we'll follow.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, like that's all I got for that. Intervention, or hopefully he's got some kind of income. Because I'll be damned if I'm putting that many hours into some shit and not making fucking money off of it, bro. Yeah. I could never. Let's see. Second one.
I would just block her.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you're trying to be the crazy girlfriend, right?
Especially if she's just liking all the pictures with you and said boyfriend.
Yeah, it seems like maybe she's, I don't know, man. Like, I'm just a guy, right? So I'm not going to say how girls are or aren't. But some things that I've witnessed is that they can be real catty, real petty. Not all, but the capability is there, right? And so you have this conniving little tendency of, like, some people will go through and, for instance, like a photo of an ex and their new girl just out
of spite.
Just out of spite. Because it's like you said, you're a girl's girl. You support girls. You're there for girls, right? And she ain't liking your selfies. She's only liking the ones that he's in. So it's one of two things. It's either a reminder that I'm here, or, it could be something to where, like, she's trying to convince herself that she doesn't care, and so she likes it to prove that to herself. Like, of course I don't care. Why else would I like selfies of you guys? I don't know. Something along those lines is what it feels like psychologically. Yeah. I don't know.
Blocker.
Yeah, blocker is also a good option. I would say, like, obviously, you never want to tell your boyfriend who he can and can't be friends with.
Is he friends with her, though?
Well,
because the way she was talking, it made it seem like she was just following her.
Well, the way she was talking it made it seem like she's an ex of his and she games and follows
maybe
her.
They game together?
And that's what I'm saying is, like, maybe she's still involved in the video games. I don't know. I'm making that assumption based off of what I heard there.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that they're still friends, because it would be really weird for me to go and be friends with my ex's new guy if I'm not friends with my ex. So that's my thinking on it. It would just be odd. Like, that's an odd impasse to be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to be your friend. Like, so I'm thinking that she's friends with him and vicariously friends with her, or following her at the very least. They may not be friends, but, and being friends with an ex is touchy. It's not impossible, but it's not easy.
It's not recommended.
And a lot of times not recommended. Like, I've seen many things fizzle out in the sense that they just realized they were better off friends, and then, like, it just is what it is. Cool. But doesn't seem like that's what this was, especially if they both game so hard, you know what I mean? I would just say talk to him about it in a way that's like, I wouldn't say messenger. I know you threw that option out there, but that's going to make you seem like the crazy girlfriend, and you're not.
Yeah.
Everything that you have here is coming from a pretty valid state of mind, and if you do reach out and you're just like, bitch, maybe you don't call her bitch, I don't know, but bitch,
ho,
why? Maybe ho. Why are you liking all these posts of me and him, but you don't ever like my shit or the funny shit that I post or this and that? You only like the shit when it's just me and him. Why? You fucking slut bag. Or whatever you say. I don't know. You may not say those things. I don't know. But
sleazy little harlot heifer.
But you could. Anyways, just the reality of, like, reaching out in that aspect of just being like, why are you liking these posts but not these? It makes it seem like you would be the crazy one. So don't do that. You don't have to bother with that. It's just like, hey, block.
Yeah, I'm staying pretty solid on the block.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it. And I don't think unless he is gaming with her.
That's what I'm saying. If he's gaming with her, don't block her. Yeah. Right? Like, this is all dependent on what their friendship or relationship is at this point, too. Because if you block her and they're still friends, he's going to start putting all kinds of shit in his ear. Or she's going to put shit in his ear, whatever.
Yeah.
Be fake to her. Fuck her. Right? You're a girl's girl, and that's cool. And you don't really fuck with the negativity. But every so often, it feels good to be a little Betty. And maybe she posts something that's really fucking funny. And you just text like, this is dumb. Or
this is a stupid fucking random post.
She posts like a really like hot ass selfie. And normally you would like it.
Damn, look at that big ass head.
But this time, you just skip it. I don't know. I would just say don't interact with her that much. If all she does is like the posts, whatever. If they're not friends, then block her. If they are friends, just leave her. I mean, what's she gonna do? You already got the guy. Fuck her.
Yeah.
So, once again, my advice is...
And if he's spending 14, 15 hours on the game, he ain't going out there
yeah, he ain't doing nothing with her, so it's like, whatever. Who really cares? She's just not a girl's girl, and those are the lamest fucking people in the world anyways.
Are they?
Yeah. You gotta be a girl's girl, man. If you're a girl, you support other girls. That's the way it goes. I believe guys should do the same thing. And I think guys are starting to come around to that a little bit more. You know, like, guys always have their bros or whatever, but, like, guys just supporting guys in general.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, that's gay.
See?
Toxic masculinity.
That's it. That's where it comes from. That's why they can't do it. But girls who don't support other girls just for the sake of it, who are either envious of their looks or this or that, you know what I mean? Like, they're just shitty people, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you're not cool. You fucking suck. Girls, man. They're the cool ones. You're doing the right thing. Either
positive vibes.
Let her stick around and continue to watch your happiness. It's probably the best you can do, honestly. Because other than that, fuck her. Cool.
Dope.
So there's that one.
On to the next one.
On to the next one.
On to the next.
All right, what we got here?
Hi, Blake. So I guess my question for you guys are, what's your best parenting advice? I'm having a baby in July. I just want to know what you guys think. I'm having a boy, and I've never, ever, this is my first baby, but I've never been around boys, so whatever y'all want to shoot my way, I guess I would just like to hear what y'all have to say. Thanks.
Get ready.
All right. Yeah. So I'm going to give you that one because yours is...
He's 4 now.
He's 4.
4 and a half.
You...
I sincerely hope that my case was he was a quiet baby. He slept throughout the night. He didn't wake up maybe one time in the night.
Okay.
Try and get some little milk action.
Yeah.
And then once he started turning in the 1 and 2 range, that's when he started getting crazy. But he was a good baby. I hope it's the same case for you. If not, get ready. I don't know. I still don't have all the answers. I'm a first-time parent with my son, and I'm still learning. It's hard. It's like one of the hardest jobs in the world. I hate to be a cliche, but it is.
Yeah, it ain't easy. It is a roller coaster. I think that's the thing. But all of it's worth it. And that's the thing to always remember is, like, you're going to have some crazy days. You're going to have some really hectic times. You might luck out and they sleep all through the night and you don't have to worry about it as much of, like, the waking up every couple of hours thing, you know, that some people deal with. But maybe you do get up every 10 minutes because they're crying. You know what I mean? Like, whatever happens, it's all going to be okay. It all passes. Take time for you as well during the nurturing, you know.
If you're able, I really hope you're able to, because I'm not going to assume that the father's going to be in the picture.
Yeah. Well, we can't make assumptions. I know her, so yeah, he's in the picture. So
Okay, so
yeah,
get help from him as much as possible. Make sure there's always that communication there.
balance. Yes.
If y'all need to switch up, then what me and Michaela did, like one night I would get up and go get the milk and feed him. The next night she would do it. We would just flip flop like that, just as long as
Right.
there's always that partnership there.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to do it by yourself, and I can't even imagine how it is for the mothers that do it. But those diaper blowouts, get ready for those. Yeah,
Always have more baby wipes and diapers than you think you'll ever need in your life.
you will need all of them. And he's coming in July. You're gonna have in the heat of the summer. That's gonna be a tough time to be.
Yeah. Being pregnant right there at the end of that's probably not going to feel the greatest. I'll say.
It's gonna feel very moist.
But I will say also a thing that Shauna used to do is she would wrap our son up and just like swaddle him in a way that like he could like nestle here and just like sleep. And that would be like her time to actually get some sleep, because he would stay like that for long periods of time. Whereas if like she put him down, then she'd have to get right back up and so on and so forth. So like during the day, if she was just like really exhausted, that's what she would do. I don't know if that'll help, but hopefully it does.
And I'll tell you, those mobiles that you put over the crib and they spin around and play that music, those are a lifesaver. So
Yeah.
if you don't have one of those, make sure you get one of those.
Yeah, definitely put that on the registry if it isn't already.
Yeah.
Because
It's good for the eyes, the eye development, from what I hear.
oh, is it? Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I could watch one of those things now and fall asleep, but yeah, that makes sense. And just being able to like move and track something, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And then make sure, I'm sure they've already told you, but don't let him sleep on the stomach until he's able to roll over by himself.
On that note as well, don't let them sleep too long on the back either. They're gonna get that flat head. And you
Well,
gotta
if you
keep
do-
rounding that thing out.
You got to make sure they're supervised if they are going to be sleeping like that, but don't let them sleep like that too long. And if they do, like you were saying with Shauna, swaddling, casing, best to do it on the chest.
Yeah, definitely.
There's so much.
I think ultimately, like, the biggest thing is it's all going to feel like very scary at first.
Yeah.
But that's with anything in life that you've never done before. Everything starts to happen, and I think it'll come a lot more naturally than you think it does. But yeah, feel free to call back anytime that you want advice on that, especially after he's born. Maybe we can give you some more advice with more specific scenarios. Because, I mean, there's just like 1,000,001 things that you could talk about being a parent in general. Like, my kids are teenagers, and I could give you everything in the book on discipline and what works, what probably doesn't for most kids, and all kinds of things. But, yeah, there's just like, there's so many things. But as a baby, I think finding time for your sleep, because it's very likely you're going to be exhausted, is super important. It's super important to your mental health as well. And having a good, clear mental health at all times for your child is the best thing you can ever do for them. So,
Absolutely.
that.
And yeah, this is so because Michaela and I had it easy, like I said, when he was a baby.
Right.
The challenges start when they hit those toddler years.
The toddler years are always going to be a challenge. There's not one person that I've never heard talk about that age gap of like 2 to 4.
And please don't be one of those parents that just be like, oh, just let them do what they want. They know what they want.
No.
They know what's best for them.
They
Just
don't.
Let them be free.
I'm not
That
saying you
doesn't
gotta
turn out
like.
well.
I'm not saying you gotta hit your kid or anything like that.
No,
but
none of that. Just
don't let them do whatever they want, and also don't stick them in front of a screen. It's gonna be tempting.
Or you'll have
But
them
please
grow
don't
up
do it.
and play the game for 14, 15 hours.
Yeah, they'll play the game for 14 or 15 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right.
And good luck to you.
Yes.
And congratulations.
Congratulations.
It's not long now.
Oh yeah, it's a couple months.
Yeah. One more.
Yes.
The best
Oh
advice.
yeah.
The best advice I got from somebody I was working with at Home Depot at the time. Best way to get them to sleep.
Yeah.
Bottle. Book.
Yeah.
Bath. Or was it in the no. Bottle, bath, book.
Okay. Bottle, bath, book.
3 B's.
You're just gonna read to them.
Yeah.
Okay, and just hearing your voice
just-
and help them fall asleep. Yeah. Okay. I got you. Yeah, give them a bottle, get them full, bathe them, put them to bed, read to them. Boom.
Yeah.
I got you.
The 3 B's. Remember that.
If for some reason that doesn't work, another one that's really good is just taking a quick drive around the neighborhood. Some kids, for whatever reason, like that. I was one of them.
Yeah.
So
Sebastian
he likes the drives.
instantly going to sleep as soon as the car starts moving.
Yeah. And when they've fallen asleep, don't think that you can just go ahead and park. Give it a little bit because they'll wake right back up.
And listen to those people when they tell you, get the seatbelt strap, the chest strap, right at the armpit level. Don't have it all over the place. It is serious. You got to have it right there.
Yep. Right at the armpits.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's all we got for now. Feel free to call in later for more.
Yeah, there's so much little tidbits you can give on that subject.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could probably have an entire episode on stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe we will in the future. Who knows?
Maybe.
This last one isn't advice. This is more of like a question posed to us.
Okay.
So we'll play that one.
No.
Okay, we will not play that one. Sorry.
No, that's just the answer to the question.
What's up, fellas? It's your boy Mason. My question for y'all is, if y'all knew y'all had just a month to live, what is at least one thing that y'all had to do before you died? Let me know. XOXO Mama.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Damn. If I had a month to live, what's one thing I would do? There's probably places I would want to see.
I'm drinking a whole lot of water, getting up in an airplane as if I'm going to go skydiving, but I'm not going to go skydiving. I'm just going to piss out of that plane.
Yeah, that seems cool. I kind of want to do that even if I'm not worried about dying.
Yeah.
But
That's a lot.
yeah,
that's
I mean,
1
there's
month?
so many things, and you've only got a month to do
That's stressful.
whatever you need. Honestly, I would probably take a week to grieve myself and use the last 3 weeks to just like travel to whatever I can. And I'll be exhausted, but I got a couple of weeks where I'm just gonna, I don't know, maybe I won't take a whole week that first week. Maybe I'll take like 2 to 3 days to process, and then I'll go from there. Because, boy, finding out that you've only got a month to live is just, like, devastating. Like, who knows? What the fuck am I supposed to do? Obviously, I'm taking my wife and my kids with me. I'm going to spend some time with
I was about to say,
my parents and,
I thought you meant you're going to take them down with you.
Oh, God, no. Oh, jeez. Oh, no, just wherever I want to travel to. Oh, God.
My head, it just went
Golly.
to the worst place.
Oh, my goodness. No, I want to, wherever I would want to travel to, it's just hard for me to pick. I think I would want to go back to Maine. I know that seems really odd choice for some.
There's a nice place.
But it was a great part of my childhood, and I would just want to, like, see that again.
Was it the main part of your childhood?
Not the main part, no. It's just the summers. And then, probably want to meet up and say goodbye with all the family members that I have left before I do that. And then I'd probably go and take them out to Hawaii and try to see some family out there that I've never been able to meet. And then maybe Alaska so that I can find a cryptid. Yeah. And then, if there's still time, Europe.
Go find a cryptid.
Yeah.
Which cryptid?
I'm not sure. Whichever ones are in Alaska. There might be Wendigos.
I reckon.
Yeah.
All right. So, for my answer, that was good. That was good.
Thank you.
It was a nice quality answer. How many hours are in a month? 730. I would play 730 hours of video games.
That's insane. That's insane.
Nah, but for real. From the dad standpoint,
yeah,
I'm gonna go with that first. I would probably take about a week or two to write Sebastian a nice little book.
That'd be cool. Yeah,
just to give it to him so he can read it through life, and based on what my experiences have been, give him advice on what to do and what not to do.
Yeah,
how to go about things.
Yeah, just try to guide and. Yeah,
and that's from the dad standpoint. That's,
absolutely.
That's the first thing I can think of. I'd like to make another music album if possible. It's hard to do that and grind all that out in a month.
Yeah. Maybe one great song.
Yeah, nice little ballad.
Yeah, just like one really good, solid, well-rounded one.
Yeah, and if from the me standpoint. Of course, I'm staying solid on that pissing from an airplane.
Absolutely, as you should.
I'm trying to figure out, because the realistic thing, because I would want to travel. I'd like to go see 2 or 3 different places in the world, but money.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
money.
I think knowing that I'm going to die in a month, I will throw away my pride. I'll do a GoFundMe. Like, I will raise money to be able to do these things. It's my last month to live. Like, I'll do whatever I can.
At least one place that you want to see.
Yeah. No, I'm going to find a way to hit all 3.
All 3.
I'm going to go Maine, Hawaii, over to Europe.
Nice.
And then I guess back, but,
Yeah, that's a lot of money to raise.
Yeah. But see, the good thing about once you get to Europe, you can pretty much just backpack it.
That's true.
Yeah,
you don't have to have a car.
Yeah. So you can take trains. It's cheap travel, and before you know it, you're over in France. Before you know it, you're over in Amsterdam. You know what I mean? Like, it's all very close and connected. Yeah. Like, over here, they think that it's crazy that we, some of us drive over an hour to get to work, because you drive like over an hour there, and you might be in the next country. You know what I mean? So,
you know what? Since childhood, I have always wanted to visit Australia, despite the terrifying animals that are out there.
That would be cool.
I do want to box a kangaroo.
Yeah, make that your last day, because he might kill you.
He might. Yeah, either box
a
kangaroo.
You got an exact day it's supposed to happen. Box the kangaroo.
Yep, that's going to be the final showdown.
Hopefully, whatever sickness you've got that's doing this isn't too debilitating, because I would want it to be a really good fight.
Yeah. I would want you there to document it.
Oh, I'll go. I will go. Absolutely. That's insane.
A month. That's so much to think about.
Yeah. A month is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I would gladly still keep all of these plans and just spend more time in each place if I knew that I had a year to live. But a month? I mean, you're cramming it all. But like, just to say that I did, like, those are all the things I would want to do. But I can't think of like one specific thing that I've never done in life that I would just be like, I got to make sure that I do this specific thing. Like, you're just pissing out of an airplane. I can't really think. That's a good one though.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Skydiving sounds fun too, but that would just...
Skydiving does seem cool.
That would probably also be on the last day.
I think I'd want to see...
The most risky thing to do would be on the last day.
I think I'd want to see if I could talk the people in, like... Well, no, she's afraid of heights. That wouldn't work. I was going to say if I could talk the people that work at, like, the Empire State Building into just, like, clearing the top level for a bit where that glass is so that I could just, like, do it up there. But she doesn't like heights, so
yeah,
that's not gonna work.
You gotta face
But
your
she
fears
might.
every now and then.
She might if I've only got a month to live, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
maybe I'll still try.
Yeah, Michaela, when we went to Gatlinburg, you know that little sky bridge that has that little glass
Yes.
part in the middle?
Yes.
That stressed her out so much, but she did it.
Yeah.
No. Did you and Shauna ever do that? Mm-mm. Yeah, she's so scared of heights, she probably would.
She can't. You know, I'm sure there is something that would allow her to be able to do it, but no.
Yeah.
She don't fuck with that.
Yeah. It was stressful for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Don't look down.
I didn't go across it. Her grandmother and her brother did, and I've seen pictures and stuff like that, and yeah, you look down and it's like, I'm okay with heights. And I'm not too, like, I don't get like vertigo being up too high or nothing like that, but like, that's
I'm just glad it wasn't one of those little, what do you call those little, you see them all the time in videos. It's like you step on the glass and it acts like it's breaking and you see the person freaking out.
oh man, yeah, the digital ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
Oh, that would scare the shit out of me. Yeah. I would never step on it again.
So yeah, good question.
Yeah, that was good. Very thought-provoking. I like that one.
Yeah.
Thank you for sending that one in, Mason.
Friend Mason,
Hell yeah.
he loves you very much.
All right. So that's all the advice that we have for today.
We hope we helped.
Yeah, we definitely hope we helped. If you take the advice, which we've warned you not to. But yeah, no, hopefully it's all good advice. Hopefully you guys like that and we can do it again somewhere down the road. It was definitely fun. We enjoyed it. But yeah, that's pretty much all we've got time for today. So
Like and subscribe. Don't forget to do that.
please like, subscribe, rate, hit that bell down there. Type in a little review. Give us some comments. Give us some feedback. I've seen a couple of people here and there giving us a little bit. So we appreciate it. Thank you.
It helps us grow.
Give us a little bit more so that we keep getting shot out to new people. We want all the people. All the people. You know what I mean?
All the people in the
All
place
the
say,
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've done that too many times. It's getting old.
You've done that. Yeah. It's never old.
Never.
All right.
Also, the voicemail line, if you want to send anything else in, it doesn't have to be advice.
Yeah, we love the crazy stories. Advice is fine. I don't know. Funny moments. Talk shit to us. Tell us what you like and what you don't like. If you don't feel like putting it in a comment, even though that helps us a little bit more.
Let me know how mad you are at me.
Yeah. Cuss Ian out. I don't know. There's so many uses for it, and you guys can literally use it for whatever you like. We're just happy that you guys are engaging with it and having a good time with it, just like we are. So please continue to do so. The number is 770-727-1710. And
Makes me so happy every time. There's so many sevens. It's so easy to remember.
every time, so many sevens. Yeah, so other than that, that's all I've got today. Anything else?
All I got.
All right, same. Cool.
Let's go piss out of an airplane.
Yeah. All right. Well, all in all,
That was Awk Awe.
so it was.
Bye, my friends.
Bye, my friends.
You know what? We'll leave it.